Think Big, Strategies for Extraordinary Minds, written and published by Audiobooks. Chapter 1, Visionary Thinking. Visionary thinking is like having a compass that guides you toward the future. It's the ability to see beyond the present and imagine possibilities that others might miss. This chapter is all about how to develop this skill and why it's so important. The first step in developing visionary thinking is to allow yourself to dream. It might sound simple, but many of us have been trained to focus on practicalities and avoid dreaming too big. To be a visionary, you need to give yourself permission to imagine things that seem impossible. This could be envisioning a world where renewable energy is the norm, or imagining a new technology that changes how we live. The key is to let your imagination run wild without immediately shutting it down with doubts or concerns. Next, it's crucial to cultivate curiosity. Ask questions about how things work, why they're done a certain way, and what might happen if you change things up. Curiosity fuels your imagination and opens your mind to new possibilities. It's like adding fuel to the fire of your visionary thinking. The more questions you ask, the more you'll start to see patterns and connections that weren't obvious before. Practical experience is also a powerful teacher. Try stepping out of your comfort zone and experimenting with new ideas, even if they seem small at first. Innovation doesn't always have to start with a groundbreaking concept. Sometimes it begins with small, incremental changes that, over time, lead to bigger transformations. By trying new things, you'll gain confidence and start to see how your ideas can make a difference. Visionary thinking isn't just about grand ideas, it's also about taking action. Once you've envisioned a new possibility, the next step is to make it a reality. This involves setting goals, creating a plan, and working diligently toward your vision. Remember, even the most brilliant ideas need effort and persistence to come to life. Chapter 2, Strategic Planning. Strategic planning is like drawing a map before setting out on a journey. It helps you decide where you want to go and how you're going to get there. Without a plan, you might wander aimlessly, but with one, you have a clear direction and purpose. Let's dive into what strategic planning is all about and how you can use it to achieve your goals. The first step in strategic planning is defining your goals. What exactly do you want to achieve? Whether you're planning a new project at work, starting a business, or working on a personal development goal, having a clear vision of your end goal is crucial. This vision helps you stay focused and motivated. Make sure your goals are specific and achievable. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," try setting a goal like, "I want to increase my sales by 20% within 6 months." Once you have your goals in mind, it's time to figure out how to reach them. This is where you create your action plan. Think about the steps you need to take to achieve your goal. If your goal is to increase sales, your action plan might include steps like improving your marketing strategy, reaching out to new clients, or enhancing your product or service. Break these steps down into smaller, manageable tasks. This makes the process less overwhelming and helps you stay on track. Next, consider the resources you'll need to implement your plan. Resources can include time, money, skills, and people. For example, if you're working on a project that requires specific skills, you might need to hire or train staff. If your plan involves a significant investment, you'll need to budget accordingly. Planning for these resources helps ensure that you have everything you need to succeed. Regularly reviewing and adjusting your plan is another key part of strategic planning. As you work toward your goals, you might encounter unexpected changes or new opportunities. Being flexible and willing to adapt your plan helps you stay on course even when things don't go as originally planned. Regular check-ins allow you to evaluate your progress and make any necessary adjustments. Finally, celebrate your milestones along the way. Achieving your goals is a big accomplishment, and recognizing your progress helps keep you motivated. Whether it's a small victory or a major achievement, taking time to celebrate can boost your morale and give you the energy to keep moving forward. Chapter 3, Innovative Solutions. Innovative solutions are like fresh, new ideas that can change the way we solve problems or improve our lives. They're about thinking differently, breaking away from the usual ways of doing things, and finding creative ways to tackle challenges. This chapter is all about how to spark innovation and apply it to make a real impact. Think of innovation as a burst of creativity that leads to something new and useful. It's like finding a new way to solve an old problem. For example, when smartphones were first introduced, they revolutionized the way we communicate, work, and entertain ourselves. Before smartphones, we relied on separate devices for calling, texting, taking photos, and browsing the internet. The smartphone combined all these functions into one handy device, changing the way we interact with technology. So, how do you come up with innovative solutions? It starts with curiosity. Curiosity is the desire to learn and understand more about the world around you. When you're curious, you ask questions, explore new ideas, and look for different perspectives. It's this inquisitiveness that often leads to breakthroughs. For instance, many of the world's greatest inventions began with someone asking, "What if?" or "How can I make this better?" Innovation also thrives on experimentation. Don't be afraid to try out new ideas, even if they seem a bit unconventional. Sometimes, the best solutions come from taking risks and learning from failures. For example, many tech companies create prototypes or beta versions of their products to test out new features and gather feedback before launching the final version. This trial and error approach helps refine ideas and discover what works best. Collaboration is another key to innovative solutions. Working with others can bring diverse perspectives and skills to the table, leading to more creative ideas. When people from different backgrounds and expertise come together, they can combine their knowledge and experience to come up with solutions that no one person could have thought of alone. Think of brainstorming sessions where everyone contributes their ideas freely. This collective effort can spark innovation. Staying informed about trends and advancements in your field is also crucial. By keeping up with the latest developments, you can identify opportunities for innovation. For instance, if you're in the tech industry, following advancements in artificial intelligence or new software technologies can give you insights into how you might incorporate these innovations into your own work. Chapter 4: Resilience and Adaptability. Resilience and adaptability are like the secret superpowers that help us bounce back from setbacks and adjust to changing circumstances. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and these qualities can make all the difference in how we handle challenges and continue to move forward. Imagine you're on a hiking trip and suddenly the weather changes from sunny to stormy. If you're resilient, you don't let the rain and wind stop you. Instead, you find a way to keep going, maybe by seeking shelter or adjusting your route. Adaptability comes into play when you change your plans based on the new conditions, like deciding to hike a different trail that's better suited for the weather. Together, resilience and adaptability help you make the best out of a tough situation. Resilience is about being able to recover from difficulties. It's the inner strength that allows you to keep going even when things get tough. For instance, if you face a setback at work or school, resilience helps you pick yourself up and keep trying. It's not about never feeling stressed or upset. It's about having the ability to persevere through those feelings and keep moving forward. Adaptability, on the other hand, is about being flexible and open to change. It's the ability to adjust your plans or approach when things don't go as expected. For instance, if you're working on a project and a new requirement comes up, adaptability means you're willing to make changes and find a new way to meet the updated needs. It's about being resourceful and finding solutions, even when the situation isn't ideal. Building adaptability involves being open to new ideas and willing to embrace change. This might mean stepping out of your comfort zone and trying new approaches or technologies. It also involves being proactive about learning and staying informed about changes in your field or environment. By doing so, you're better prepared to handle unexpected shifts and turn them into opportunities rather than obstacles. Another important aspect of resilience and adaptability is having a support system. Surrounding yourself with supportive friends, family, or colleagues can make a big difference when you're facing challenges. They can offer encouragement, advice, and a fresh perspective that helps you navigate tough situations. It's also helpful to seek out mentors or role models who have faced similar challenges and can provide guidance. Chapter 5: Collaborative Genius. Collaborative genius is about harnessing the power of teamwork to create something amazing. When people come together with different skills, ideas, and perspectives, they can achieve results far beyond what any one person could accomplish alone. This chapter explores how working together effectively can lead to extraordinary outcomes and why collaboration is often the key to success. Trust and respect are the foundations of effective teamwork. When team members trust each other and respect each other's contributions, they're more likely to work well together and support one another. Building trust takes time, but it can be fostered by being reliable, acknowledging others' efforts, and providing constructive feedback. When everyone feels valued and respected, they're more motivated to contribute their best work. Flexibility and adaptability are key traits in a collaborative environment. Sometimes things don't go as planned, or new challenges arise. Being flexible and willing to adjust roles or strategies helps the team navigate changes effectively. For example, if a project hits a snag, the team might need to shift responsibilities or rethink their approach. Adaptability allows the team to stay focused and continue working towards their goals, even when circumstances change. Celebrating successes and learning from failures is also an important part of collaboration. When a team achieves a milestone or completes a project successfully, taking the time to celebrate and acknowledge everyone's hard work boosts morale and fosters a positive team spirit. On the flip side, when things don't go as planned, it's important to review what went wrong and learn from the experience. Constructive reflection helps the team grow and improve for future projects. Finally, remember that collaborative genius is not just about the final outcome, but also about the process of working together. The relationships and skills developed through collaboration can be just as valuable as the results achieved. Building a strong collaborative team can lead to lasting connections and new opportunities, both professionally and personally. Chapter 6: Effective Communication. Effective communication is the art of sharing information in a way that is clear, understandable, and engaging. It's about making sure your message gets across as intended and ensuring that others feel heard and valued. Good communication isn't just about talking, it's also about listening, understanding, and responding appropriately. In this chapter, we'll explore how to improve your communication skills and why they are so crucial in both personal and professional settings. Think of communication like a two-way street. On one side, you have the message you want to convey, and on the other side, you have the person receiving it. For effective communication, it's important that both sides work well together. You want to ensure that what you're saying is clear and that the other person understands it. Likewise, you need to listen carefully to what others are saying to fully grasp their message. One of the first steps to effective communication is being clear and concise. When you have something to say, try to express it in a straightforward manner. Avoid using jargon or complex language that might confuse the listener. For example, if you're explaining a project at work, it's better to use simple terms rather than technical jargon that only a few people might understand. The goal is to make sure that your message is easily understood by everyone involved. Nonverbal communication also plays a big role in how your message is received. Body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice can all convey additional meaning beyond the words you use. For instance, crossing your arms while someone is speaking might make you appear defensive, even if that's not your intention. Being aware of your nonverbal cues and making sure they align with your verbal message can help avoid misunderstandings. It's also important to be empathetic in your communication. Try to understand the other person's perspective and feelings. This means acknowledging their emotions and responding in a way that shows you care. If someone is upset about something, rather than brushing it off, listen to their concerns and offer support. Empathetic communication helps build trust and strengthens relationships. Feedback is another essential part of effective communication. Providing constructive feedback helps others understand how they can improve, while receiving feedback allows you to grow and develop. When giving feedback, focus on specific behaviors rather than making general statements. For example, instead of saying, "You need to do better," you might say, "I noticed that the report was missing some key details. Next time, please make sure to include all the necessary information." Chapter 7: Emotional Intelligence. Emotional intelligence, often abbreviated as EQ, is the ability to understand, manage, and effectively express our own emotions, as well as to recognize and influence the feelings of others. It's about being in tune with your emotions and using that awareness to guide your thoughts and actions. This chapter will explore what emotional intelligence is, why it matters, and how you can develop it to improve your personal and professional relationships. Imagine you're in a heated conversation with a friend. You're feeling frustrated, but you notice that your friend seems upset too. If you have high emotional intelligence, you can recognize both your own feelings and your friend's emotions. Instead of letting the frustration take over, you use your awareness to stay calm and approach the situation with empathy. This helps resolve the conflict more effectively and strengthens your relationship. That's the essence of emotional intelligence. The first step in developing emotional intelligence is self-awareness. This means paying attention to your own emotions and understanding how they affect your behavior. For instance, if you notice you're feeling anxious before a big presentation, acknowledging this feeling can help you manage it better. You might recognize that your anxiety is making you rush through your words, and you can take a moment to breathe and calm yourself. Self-awareness helps you understand your strengths and weaknesses and guides you in managing your emotions more effectively. Self-regulation is another important aspect of emotional intelligence. It's about managing your emotions in a healthy way, especially in challenging situations. For example, if you're feeling angry, self-regulation helps you control that anger instead of letting it lead to outbursts. This might involve taking deep breaths, counting to 10, or finding a constructive way to express your feelings. Self-regulation helps you respond to situations calmly and thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively. Empathy, or understanding and sharing the feelings of others, is a key component of emotional intelligence. It's about being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes and appreciate their perspective. For example, if a colleague is having a tough day, showing empathy means offering support and understanding rather than dismissing their feelings. Empathy helps build strong relationships and fosters a supportive environment, whether at work or in personal life. Effective communication is also linked to emotional intelligence. It involves expressing your thoughts and feelings clearly and listening to others in a way that shows you value their input. When you communicate with emotional intelligence, you're able to discuss your emotions openly and handle difficult conversations with sensitivity. This helps avoid misunderstandings and ensures that everyone feels heard and respected.